Some exciting news to tell y'all, man. Your boy just took his Nasm Cpt certification exam. As you can see, the boy passed with flying colors.
Let's get it. I reflect God in His greatness, and I'm going harder than the pavement. Still underground like.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Amen's back with another video. We're about to talk about how to pass the Nasm exam on your first try. You feel me? I want to talk about 3 things that will help you pass your exam on the first try. With the first tip, let's get right into it. I don't want to waste y'all time. I just want it to be a quick and easy guide. Number 1 tip: read the book. Other YouTube videos and they all say read the book, and first I was just like, come on, man, everybody know we need to read the book. But no, you actually need to read the book. Man, I just woke up, so don't be, you know what I'm saying, judging me. You feel me? I gotta go wash my face after this video. You read the book all the way through at least once. Let's go into give y'all the most important chapters to reread after you read the whole book once. So this is still number 1. Tip number 1 is to read the book. To go back over chapter 6, concepts of integrated training. That's a very important chapter. It talks about all the different types of training, flexibility training, balance training, etc., etc. Chapter 9 is a good one. Executing formal fitness assessments. They cover this kind of heavy on the exam as well. This is basically how the starting point of personal training. When you're training somebody and training a client, you need to do different fitness assessments so that you can see what compensations they may have. Chapter 10 is also good. Initializing program design teaches you, basically fundamental steps on how to create a program design for your client. It's pretty straightforward. It kind of goes through weekly programming, monthly programming, and even annually programming. Also 11 through 14, chapters 11 through 14, read all of those. It's basically the OPT model, optimal performance training, and you need to know that like the back of your head, bro. The back of your head. You need to know every phase of the OPT model. You need to know the percentages, rep ranges for every phase of the OPT model. You need to know the percentages and ranges for special population. People who are obese or have high blood pressure or anything out of the normal. You need to know the rep ranges and percentages for that. I can't stress that enough. Now, after you read the whole book, go back, reread chapter 6, chapter 9, chapter 10, and then 11 through 14, the whole OPT model. And also read chapter 16 as well with behavior change strategies for client results. Trans theoretical model, you need to know all the stages of change: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance. You need to know all of that. So that's my tip number 1. Read the book and focus on those specific chapters after you read the book once. Tip number 2, Pocket Prep app. I would show you it. I might try to pull up a picture or something, but I'm using my phone to record, so I can't show you the app. But it's the red and white color app. This is Nasm Cpt. It has like 6 or 7 different categories based off the book. In each category, it has like 80 to 100 questions or something like that. But it's like 500 questions in total. And it helped me so much to be able to get in test mode. Not all of the questions on the app was on the test. Matter of fact, I don't even think I even seen a question on the test. But the good thing is when you do use that app and you answer a question and you get it wrong, it tells you why you got it wrong, and it gives you the page in the book to go and like double check and figure out, you know what I'm saying, why that answer you chose was wrong, basically. So that helped me a lot. I went through all 500 questions. It's very helpful because it allows you to, you see my Donald Trump, and go through every question and answer them all. Answer them all. Because on the test, those questions may not be on the exam, but the questions that you did answer from the app may help you rule out different possible answers to a question on your test. So, for instance, I had quite a few, like at least 30 questions, 20 to 30 questions on the test where I didn't know the right answer, but I can automatically rule out two of the answers because I knew those were answers to something else. The app helps you narrow down your possible chances of getting the wrong answers on the on whatever question you want. So read the app. Not read the app. Do the app. Do all 500 questions. Don't just do 100 and think that you ready because you got it, because you know all those 100 by heart. This is not one of them tests where you can just know something by heart and expect to pass. Pocket Prep app is definitely worth it, but it costs. Now, I've seen a lot of people say it was $15, but when I got it, it was $19.99. So I think they went up $5 on your boy. You know what I'm saying? I need that $5. It's Friday. I can go to Smoothie King and get me a medium $5 Smoothie King strawberry yogurt delight. Anyway, on to tip number 3. Tip number 3 will be to print out different stuff from Nasm's website. This right here is a printout of the overhead squat assessment. So it tells you from the anterior view. I'm gonna just use these terms because you should already know anterior is front, lateral is side, posterior is from the back. But in case you didn't, I just said it. So it tells you when somebody's doing the overhead squat assessment what to look for when you're facing, when you're in front of them, when you're looking in front of them. Their foot, you know, as the foot turns out, the knees, do their knees move inward or active or outward? And then it tells you for each circumstance the possible overactive and underactive muscles. Okay? You need to know those. And then it gives you example exercises, stretches that you can do. SMR, self-facial release, which is foam rolling, if you didn't know. And then static stretching. Ooh, excuse me, sneeze. And also, it gives you an example of strengthening exercises. It does the same thing for the side, what to look for, and from the back, what to look for. All right. So different stuff like that, man. You want to print those out, and you want to know that information. For the movement system, yes. Don't forget about the movement system, the muscular system, nervous system. Not too much the skeletal system, or with the bones, but they're gonna add. You need to know those muscles. Like, I'm gonna try to link this website in the description, and it's basically a video game that you play and you like guess the different muscles on the human body or whatever. And I played it a few times. It definitely helped me understand muscles that I didn't even know, you know, the name for or whatnot. I'll just see it in the book and just bypass it because it's a long word. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I'll figure that out later. A lot of people say you can't pass on the first try. I say to those people, that's foo-foo. That is bull crap. You can definitely pass on the first try. All you have to do is, it's not easy. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's not easy. No. But if you focus, put your mind to it, you can do it. You can do anything. Not just, you know, Nasm exam test, but whatever you focus your mind to, you can do it. You know, just believe in yourself. So yeah, so let me recap. Tip number 1 So read the book, and I gave you those extra chapters to read, to focus on after you read the book once. Tip number 2 is the Pocket Prep app. Buy that app, it's definitely worth it, because to retake the exam is $200. You feel me? So you might as well spend an extra $15-20 on the app that's going to help you pass the exam, as opposed to not spending that and then possibly having to retake the test because of a few questions that you possibly could have gotten right if you bought the app. Worth it, study it, all 500 questions, blah blah. I'm about to cut this video because I don't want it to be too long. Anyway, number 3, print out all the information you can on movement assessment, the OPT model, etc., etc. All those big topics, print those out. Have them with you and read them and study them. Alright, so those are my top 3 tips. You do those, I believe you can pass the exam on the first try. Don't be nervous. Try not to be nervous. I understand it's a test. Some people may not be good test takers. I'm not a good test taker. In school, I used to get straight A's and B's, but on my test, I'll get barely 70s, 75s. Take a deep breath. If you find yourself getting nervous or some anxiety creeping up, just take 3 deep breaths. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I sat at my computer. I was like 60 questions in. I'm just like, whew. Took 3 deep breaths. I was saying to myself that you can do this. Like prep your talk, man. Prep talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Encourage yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't always need somebody else to encourage you. You can encourage yourself with your own words. You feel me? So say some motivational stuff to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Think about family or think about something and just help encourage yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that'll help you feel better. And the nerves will go away. So don't be nervous. You can do it. You can pass it on the first try, despite whatever you may have heard. And go in there and be confident, man. Be confident. I will tell you, when you go in there, it's like top flight security. The testing site, they take everything out of your pockets. You can't have nothing. You got to put it in the bag. It's video surveillance everywhere. They don't want you cheating. They don't want you doing nothing. Like, definitely come a little 30 minutes early. Sign in and try to, get a little bit of studying in while you're waiting for the exam to start. But those are my 3 tips. I hope that helped you feel a little bit better about the exam. If you got anything from my video, whenever you pass the Nasm exam, come back, comment on the video, let me know you passed. I want to know you passed. And I don't care if it's any small thing. If it's one thing you got from this video that you think that may have helped you pass, come back, shout a brother out. You feel me? But yeah, man, those are my 3 tips. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all again in the next video.
Let's get it. I reflect God in His greatness.